fast Mustang and a really fast factory Mustang.
The fastest production Mustang to date.
Yo, that's close!
What side are you on here? We are back doing more drag racing with this, the 1400 horsepower twin turbo Hoonicorn, and Ken Block. What's up, bud?
Drag racing, yes.
So far you've seen the Hoonicorn versus McLaren Senna, Audi RS3, Old Smoky F1,
World's fastest dog.
and Bryce Menzies trophy truck.
But unfortunately, because it's done so well, this is now the internet's best drag racer. No more Gymkhana films, they're canceled.
Ultimate straight line playground. So these are pretty much like video game matchups.
Well, that's where it all came from because we saw kids racing the Hoonicorn when it first came into the Forza game.
And then you guys put this up against everything in the game, which is what inspired this whole idea.
So, Hoonicorn versus the world.
So our matchup today, kind of sick, because we're racing the same car.
So we got a really fast Mustang and a really fast factory Mustang.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chase Briscoe, NASCAR driver now. How'd you do this year?
Yeah, this year was really good. We won 9 out of the 33 races, so the most in the series, most I think since the record in 1983, so I had a really good year. We didn't win the championship, which obviously was unfortunate, but had a really good season regardless, so it was definitely a good year, and we had really fast. Our car actually didn't have normal Ford Mustang badging on it. We actually ran a Shelby because my sponsor, the Ford Racing School, so it was pretty cool that this car ended up coming out this year and kind of ties all in.
What's your drag racing history like?
So I've ran this car once at the Charlotte drag strip.
Sounds like he actually has more drag racing experience than me, though.
I don't know, we saw you click those gears in the last couple episodes.
Besides like seeing like bright orange Mustang, you run into stuff like it's got carbon wheels, it's got vents everywhere, carbon wing. Can you give us like some breakdowns, like overall specs on this thing?
Yeah, so 760 horsepower, like you said, the carbon fiber performance wheels, actually quarter mile under 11 seconds, goes 0 to 100 back to 0 on an aircraft carrier. I've never tried it, but I've heard about it.
What?
This thing goes fast and also stops fast.
Do you mind if I pop that?
Yeah, go ahead. Here.
You're just gonna watch me break your car. Is that it?
There
Oh,
we go.
okay.
Wait, so this isn't just gonna fly up at 40 miles an hour?
So it's got a supercharged 5.2 liter, what is it, 760 horsepower?
Yeah, that's what's on the paper. It might be a little more.
That is so much for just like a factory, like daily drivable car.
So how many speeds is the gearbox then?
7-speed. Yeah,
7-speed?
dual clutch. So the transmission though actually shifts about as fast as you blink your eyes.
Kid's about to take off in it.
Yeah.
Give it another blast! Yo, for factory? That sounds pretty nasty.
Wait, there's a drag strip mode.
Does your car have drag strip mode?
No.
I feel like that might be cheating. I don't think the Hoonicorn has drag mode, but we should maybe go look at it. Well, I like, at the core of it, we've got a V8 with force induction. Got a V8 with force induction. This one's got twin turbos, 1400 horsepower, methanol injected, and it's all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Same.
What's that thing
Got
rev
four
to?
wheels.
Like
Same.
8 grand almost?
I don't know. Ken just figured that out though.
Ken, what was that red light saying?
I wasn't looking.
What do you rev this to now?
Somewhere around 8,000.
Rev 2 rev limiter. That's all it is. Whatever it stops at.
Yeah.
I think
it
it's
goes.
again. I don't know. I wasn't looking.
That seems to be your thing. I don't know.
Now,
Well, let's pop this hood off.
We gotta pop it?
gotta-
All right,
it's
all right.
one of the best things to look at.
if you look at how crazy tight all the packaging is, especially with the front diff here. Now it is all-wheel drive, right? It's going through the Sedev 6-speed, transfer case sends it right back up here. And look, well, you probably can't see it, but there's this much space between the crank pulley and the front diff.
It's that much, just verified.
I mean,
But that's why the engine sits back where it is, because it had to sit behind the front diff.
Yeah, well, unlike the car with drag mode, this car was actually not built for drag racing. It was built for the thing you do, the Gymkhana thing. So it has all inboard suspension with cantilever mounting system. It's got the diff in the front, all-wheel drive, dry sump, and then obviously the twin massive Garrett turbos that feed into this and dump right out of the hood.
your traction control comes a little bit different form
Yeah,
here.
it's modulated by, don't show my dad shoes, blur these out. Blur out my dad shoes.
You know, I
Comes
mean,
with
at
a
least,
modulating throttle, and what are these, 315s?
yeah, sitting on Toyo R888Rs.
But still a street tire, so it's not a drag tire.
Chase, do you have any questions?
I've only got 2 questions. First one is I want that motor in the Daytona 500 because I would literally dominate. And then the second question is I want to drive this thing.
Welcome to the party, pals.
All right, so check it out. First race, we'll do it heads up. Got to get a baseline. After that, we can modify. We can give you some lengths and whatever we got to do. You guys want to do a quarter mile?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's go!
GT500 for losing.
You know what's gonna happen. You all know what's gonna happen. We're just here to be entertained by this.
I'm gonna have to go with the Hoonicorn, just being honest.
I think we should actually just leave in this car.
You
when
want
they're
to?
done.
Yeah.
It's really sick.
Hoonicorn by a half track.
800 horsepower, 4,200 pounds versus 1,400 horsepower and 2,900 pounds. I love Shelby. I love you, Carol, but I gotta give it to the other Mustang.
I think the GT500 has a really good chance if the Hoonicorn doesn't show up to the race. I'm going Hoonicorn.
They're both professional drivers, but not in this way.
No, one of them is really good at going left, and the other one's really good about going any way but straight. And here they are drag racing.
Round 1.
The Mustang won.
Yeah.
Mustang won. That's crazy. Because that Mustang would destroy most of our cars.
How's that?
It's a good way to wake up.
Yeah.
Here's my recommendation. Le Mans start. You just took the car by a half track. I don't know how to do any other math to make this equal.
Chase would be back and almost halfway back here by the time that happens.
All right, so let's come up with another idea.
You're probably half the driver Ken is, so you drive.
Yeah, let's see what Chase does.
Well,
Almost had him.
almost had him. Right. So we think, you know what? Maybe we should give you some cars or something. What if we gave you like a roll pass or basically?
That would help me a ton, yeah. The
Okay.
roll start would be good, I think.
Okay. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give the GT500 a 50 roll. Once he passes Ken, Ken can launch from a dig. We'll see what happens. stayed
in it.
over.
He got him.
You guys, I keep telling you, you don't need that much space to go 50 miles an hour, but I mean, that did make it much more fair.
Well, it sounded like it was breaking up a bit. It didn't sound as crisp.
Hey man, but you got it.
Yeah.
By a car length.
Yeah.
How fast were you going by the time you passed?
Right here, I was 46.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I figured you'd be going, especially that far back, I figured you'd be up to like 60, 70.
Well, I mean, I leveled it out. Like, I didn't just mat it, but I was 46 when I passed right here.
Nice. Well done. Now we figured out how to make this race work. All right, so we need to check on what's going on with the Hoonicorn, if something's wrong, or looks like Ken's bringing it in. All right, guys, I got the skinny on what's going on with the Hoonicorn.
What that is?
It ran out of gas.
Oh my God, the
Ran out of
ultimate
methanol.
Hoonigan move ever. So that's why I was breaking up. It was starved for fuel. That means with a actually full tank of fuel, this will be a totally different race.
All right, so we're back. We're gonna do the same thing. 50-mile-an-hour roll on the GT500. When he passes Ken goes from a dig. See how it works out this time.
Round 3.
That GT500 gets fast up top. Did you lose?
I think I did. It was by only a little bit. The top end on that is good.
That's what we were saying. Like once you actually got up to top speed, like up high, you know what? I know the one thing I would want to see is a roll race between the two of them would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because honestly, once that thing is moving, it's moving. I mean, who else here wants to see like just a straight up roll race? Let's do it real quick. This thing really gets up at the like.
Once it's going, it's really good. The top end's strong on it.
That was good, like a back-to-back win on the. I mean, obviously, heads up, it's a totally different vehicle, but that was pretty impressive. You want to do a roll race? We'll just both roll, and then you hit, and then he'll chase.
Okay.
All right. All right. Predictions.
Mustang.
You know what's gonna happen.
Not standing in front of this.
Bonus round.
Dang, dude! Wow!
That wasn't that far off for like a car you could buy at a dealership for 80 grand.
So, as we found out, Hoonicorn still fast, but new Shelby GT500, pretty fast production car.
Chase, win or lose, you're allowed to do some donuts at the end.
Donuts?
Or burnouts. It's one thing these NASCAR boys know how to do.
Well, that thing's on the champ. It sounds pretty freaking sick, I gotta say. Luckily, Hoonigan has a fleet of flawless running vehicles and will probably put down some good competition.
We have one that's absolutely undefeated.
Oh, no fair!